3D printing. Even if you have never actually used a 3D printer, you've probably seen it in pop culture, whether it's printing some armor in Big Hero 6 or an entire person in The Big Bang Theory. It's always a sign of advanced technology. But what exactly is 3D printing? Where did it start? How does it work? And how is it changing everything from manufacturing to medicine? Well, 3D printing takes a 3D model and makes it reality. It's a form of additive manufacturing where material is deposited layer by layer in precise geometric shapes until it forms a 3D object. This is different from many forms of manufacturing which are subtractive and take material away. You might be surprised to find that that 3D printing is older than you might think. It was first written about in 1981 and patented in 1984, making it older than GPS, digital cameras, and internet browsers. But a lot of the processes have still stayed the same. The first one that was created is called stereolithography. In this, a laser is shown onto a vat of liquid resin, and the laser then goes layer by layer, solidifying this liquid into a solid. The second form to be created was selective laser sintering, and in this, a laser is again shown, but this time onto a bed of nylon elastomer powder, which is then heated to bond and fuse together to create the model. And the final form of 3D printing that's most common and most widely used now is fused deposition modeling. In this, a thermoplastic filament is heated and then pressed layer by layer to build the shape when it's cooled. So though the technique stayed the same since the 1980s, there have been a number of new developments. In 1999, the first 3D organ was able to be printed and implanted into an actual human, and also 3D printers have been commercially sold and are now able to replicate themselves. So as the cost of 3D printing goes down and the speed increases with technological advantages, industries have started applying this to their own processes. This is just beginning to start now. The first and probably most obvious application of 3D printing is in manufacturing, where companies are able to make customizable products that can be made, like built to order for specific people, because 3D printing is a lot faster and able to do things individually. This can be especially beneficial to startup companies who might need to build prototypes for things, because individual models can be a lot cheaper and easier to manufacture. So if they need to spot any problems or display things to people, it's a lot easier. There are some other future impacts this could have on manufacturing, like at-home production. As the price of 3D printers goes down, people might start to have them in their own homes and be able to actually manufacture things at home instead of buying them from others. Outside of manufacturing, though, other industries have already started implementing 3D printing, such as the aerospace industry, with everyone from NASA to Boeing using 3D printing to manufacture replacement parts that are more individualized for the replacement that they're needed. And the automotive industry has also been using 3D printing for replacement parts, but they've also actually been constructing entire cars, such as this one here, with the first 3D car being printed in 2014. And the construction industry has also used 3D printing to build an entire apartment complexes. Though these printers are large and very expensive, it can cut the time for construction from years to mere months. The most known application is also medicine. This is very widespread, with 3D printing being used in the creation of implanted medical devices, replacement bones and organs, and also for surgeons to get practice on an exact model of what they're going to be working with. All of these applications should make it clear that 3D printing is very important, and more industries are starting to employ it and be able to see this use, but this is having different effects on the economy and society as a whole. The first of these effects is that 3D printing may in the future cause unemployment, as the 3D printers take people's jobs, and they can also cause problems with government regulation, as people start printing things themselves and it's difficult to regulate standards. Despite this, as the 3D printing lowers the cost of production and also risk, and it is becoming faster and faster for things to get produced. And Additionally, many of these problems, like the unemployment 3D printing might cause, are like far off in the future, and so it should the benefits of 3D printing vastly outweigh the purported defects of it. And then here.